Hey, I am Brett, Legal Arc, and this is my channel. In today's video, I'm going to do the 7 motives of Scream 7. Actually, I have 11 motives. So we're going to do 11 motives to Scream 7. Also, at the end, I will show my trailer reaction to Scream 7. I filmed it like whenever it first came out a few weeks ago. If you haven't already, go check out my 57 video. I am haunted by the universe. The universe talks to me all the time. I have proof. I have proof that there's something weird happening where like 57 shows up everywhere, even in Scream movies, even in my social. The house we live in has all kinds of 57s in it. My daughter's weight when she was born, we had to pick her up off of Mississippi State Road 57. My husband's social, my husband's height. There's a bunch of stuff that has like 57 attached to it. It's really, really strange. So if you want to see that the Matrix is real, go check out that video. And then from years ago, I've done like the Scream movie goofs, like the goofs of Scream and that sort of thing. But anyway, let's get into my 11 motives for Scream 7. Now, I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to take a wild guess who the killer is. And this is just based off the lack of creativity the writer has, Guy Busick, which I know Kevin Williamson rewrote most of Part 7. So hopefully he didn't use the same killer, or at least who I'm guessing the killer is. I'm going to take a wild guess. It is Stu Macher's sister, Leslie Macher, because they mention it in Part 5. And it's just a throwaway name, but it's like, come on, but they're burning down Stu Macher's house in the trailer, and she's like, our home, and the killer says, our hometown, when they're talking to Sidney. I feel like he doesn't know, he's like a TV show writer. Like, Part 6 makes zero sense, because Gale would have known what Richie's family looked like. Now in Part 2, no. In Part 2, Mrs. Loomis had changed her look. She had lost 60 pounds and she had gotten a makeover and changed her name. Part 6 doesn't make any sense because is Richie's last name Kirsch or is it Bailey or whatever the detective's last name was? Who changed their identity first, Richie or the detective? And all the kids and the girl dying, but they switched the bodies out. Like, it's just so stupid. And then she was on her phone with her dad when she was attacked, yet no one was listening to that conversation. So why was she on the phone when she was attacked? Like, if her dad was the killer and so was her brother and it was all fake, what was that conversation she was having on the phone? Makes zero sense, right? So anyway, this is why I'm doing this, just to prove that there's easier, better motives they could do. And if you know the killer, who it is, don't comment it, don't leave it in the comments. Only leave guesses, only leave educated guesses and or motives that you want to do. Okay, so let's get into 7 motives of Scream 7, but there's actually 11 because the first 2 I did where if Melissa was in the movie, which I know she's not, but if she was, a good killer could have been Danny from Part 6, right? What if he was either Amber's brother or Liv's brother? So if you Amber, she's a killer, so it's played out that the killer's siblings are always killers too. That's kind of played out. But what if he was mad that his sister Liv died? Like, my sister died because of you guys. That's not fair, so I'm here to kill all y'all. There you go. That's 1. And then number 10 would be, again, if Melissa's in the movie, it would be Melissa, the opening, their mom dies, right? Sam and Tara's mom gets murdered. She's the opening kill. And she demasked the killer as she's dying. And it's Sam, right? It's Melissa Barrera. But it's not. It's her twin sister. Her mom had 2 kids from Billy. And when she had 2 kids at the same time, she, being in high school, could only take care of 1. So she gave 1 up for adoption. So it's Sam's evil twin. That's a little crazy, right? But she ain't in the movie, so let's move on. So number 9 is, again, I know this person's not in the movie, but Patrick Dempsey could have been Mark. He could have been Roman's helper in Part 3, because why did he never die? Why did he get attacked in the living room and just hit his head in the fireplace and Roman leaves him? Why did Roman hit him with a chair only and leave him? Why not kill him? Oh, I know why. Because he wanted to keep him alive as his witness that Sidney was the killer. See, that's why he never killed him, because they're working together, see? So that could have been a good one. Also, Detective Wallace, as in Mark Kincaid's partner, could have been Roman's helper as well, right? Okay, number 8. Now, this is a callback, but what if Sidney's husband in the new movie, what's his name? Mark Evans, who's played by Joel McHale. What if he turns out to be Cory Gillis, who prank called her in Part 2, Cory Gillis, 555-0176, and he's been obsessed with her from day 1. Which it'd be like, what? He's Cory. Like, he would just say that, like, my brother name's Cory Gillis, and she won't know who that is, but the audience would. And he's like, been obsessed with her from day one. And it just so happens that he finally married her and like lived a life with her and all this stuff. This guy's been obsessed from the beginning. And then another one. So part number 7 is it's Jill's dad. So Jill's dad is mad at the fact that his ex-wife is dead, as well as Jill. Again, that's the killer's dad parent. But you wouldn't be able to see them because obviously Sidney would know who they are. So they could be like Gale's cameraman or something, and it would be more. I don't know. Maybe that one's kind of dumb. But he's mad because his wife and his daughter are dead, or his ex-wife and his daughter are dead. So that could be a little bit of one. But again, it's kind of weird that we're doing a killer's family. So number 6, just a wannabe Gale Weathers. They get better, by the way. So number 6, a wannabe Gale Weathers. She's like, oh, Sidney lives in my hometown. Gale's famous. Why can't I be famous? I want to be famous like Gale. So she tries to like wiggle her way in and be the new Gale Weathers by killing people around Sidney, because they're going to frame their partner at the very end, or whoever their partner is, they're going to frame in hopes that they can do the story and become the next Gale/Sidney. They get better, I promise. Number 5, let's see. It's Sidney's daughter's friends wanting to be influencers. It's kind of in the same realm of Jill wanting to be famous, but her daughter's friends are like, we want to be the next Sidney, so they attack Sidney and her daughter, hoping to replace them as the new 2 final girls, or a final boy and final girl. You make it 2 girls, and then it's not the same as part 4. Moving on, number 4. You ready for this one? If it's a high school student, right? This is one of the high school student friends who's kind of weird. He's kind of a loner, and he's the killer. And it's like, well, why did you do it? And he says, well, I thought about shooting up the school, being a school shooter. Yet I know that Sidney's daughter goes to my school, so I figured I'd do it stab style. I wouldn't get caught as fast, and I could kill more people. I could kill the people who were mean to me instead of just killing randos with a gun. I wanted to pick them out one by one. Okay. So a school shooter that instead of being a school shooter, he's just a stab killer instead. He picks up a knife instead of picking up a gun, and he happens to go to school with Sidney's daughter. Number 3. Okay, let's just say the killer is Anna Camp, right? The blonde neighbor, but instead of it being Stu's sister, it's Casey Becker's sister. What? You ruined my family. My parents got divorced after she died. I was thrown to the curb because they didn't want to love me, because they didn't want their hearts to be broken, like their hearts were broken with Casey. I was just a baby when it happened. But you ruined my family. My family was ruined because of you and your mother. Because of you and your mother, my family was ruined. We were innocent bystanders, like that sort of thing. So again, make it a victim's family member, not a killer's family member. And then you'll kind of feel sorry for them, and maybe even let them get arrested in the end. So they go to jail, and then in the future they could escape jail. If you wanted to do a different one, have them escape. You could do that. Number 2, this one's good. Number 2 and 1 are good. Number 2, there's at the very end, you realize it's about Gale, not Sidney, right? And they're like, what? And the killer calls Gale mom. He said, you should know, mom. And Sidney looks at her like, what the fuck? And Gale's like, oh shit. And Sidney's like, Dewey's kid? And Gale shakes her head no. And come to find out, it's Cotton's kid. And between part 1 and part 2, when Cotton got out of jail, him and Gale had a baby. Like, he knocked her up. They had a fling. She got pregnant, and she gave it up for adoption before the movie came out, before Stab came out. So she gave it up for adoption like a few months before Stab came out in theaters and part 2 happened. So and then it's like, what? And it's Cotton's kid. It's not Dewey's kid, because if it was Dewey's kid wouldn't be a murderer. But Cotton's kid might be a murderer. Got a little bit of Cotton, a little bit of Gale. That's a little bit of crazy going on. So the killer is Cotton and Gale's daughter or son, pissed off that he was given up for adoption just because whatever. That could be a little bit like, what? And it's finally a motive about Gale instead of a motive about Sidney. And then number one is, again, it could be a cameraman, it could be a neighbor, it could be anybody. But the person that it turns out to be is Judy Hicks' ex-husband. So because his son and his ex-wife, or whoever, are dead now. So he lost his son and his wife because of Sidney. Because of you, just happen to live in my freaking hometown, you have caused my wife and my son to die. So again, a victim's family, not a killer's family. It's always so stupid. make it a victim's family. Judy's ex-husband / Wes's dad as the killer. Could that be good? Could that work? You see that? So that's my top 11, not 7 motives. My 7 motives for Scream 7 with some bonus motives in there. Yeah, what do you guys think about those? Is there one that you liked a lot? Do you have a better one? And now I will do my Scream trailer reaction for you. Again, I already recorded it when it first came out. So take a look at this reaction, and when we come back, I'll talk to you about the trailer. Let's jump into it, and then we'll talk afterwards. I'm nervous.
This is it.
Can't believe we're staying at the Psycho Killer B&B.
Oh, that's so cool. It's a motion detector.
Is this the real house or set? Okay. One daughter, because they've said 2 for the past 2 movies.
Oh, I'm not hiding, Sidney. Not this time.
She's a safe house. A safe room.
Down to the end. Like you. If you hurt her,
I'm not going to hurt her until you're here to see it.
let's unmask this fucker.
All your friends died for just being near you.
Where is my daughter? Tatum, listen to me. He's trying to find another way in.
We're gonna do this together. You're gonna have to shoot him through the wall.
Where? To the right of the door. Shoot him now! Do it now! Oh, you got it. He's dead.
You need to make sure you shoot him in the head.
I'm gonna burn it all down.
Mother...
It's gonna be fun.
That looked good. Did you enjoy that? Yeah, that was me watching Scream trailer. So the Scream, okay, the thing about the trailers that I like, that I don't like, I hate the fact they show most of the opening. I didn't like that. And rewatching it, I do believe that's a set. That's not the real house. It could be the real house, but I feel like the inside at least is a set. They could have filmed from the outside and then went and did a set for the inside. But I do feel like they used a set to film that. And I hate that they show most of it. They show this burning, all that stuff. Again, and the fact that the killer says our hometown makes it very obvious if it is Stu's sister. Like, okay, you burned the Mocker house down and you're from Sydney's hometown. I'm going to take a wild guess. You're related to Stu. And I'm going to take a wild guess. It's Leslie Mocker because they mentioned you in part 5, which is stupid because, again, people would know who she was. Which I get, but my son died and my brother died because of you. So technically, she is a victim's person, I guess. But I still feel like it'd be obvious to Sidney who she was. Anyway, then the trailer, that part I did like in the trailer, her daughter's name is Tatum, right? I have a turtle named Tatum, and my daughter's name is Riley. They're both named after the Scream franchise. But the thing is weird is that in part 5 and part 6. In part 5, they said Sidney, she says, I have kids now, plural, I have kids now. And then in part 6, Gale says, Sidney took Mark and the girls away, like out of town or whatever. So in both movies, they use the plural tense of children, yet in this trailer, they only show one child, and Ghostface says, you and your pretty daughter, as though she only has one. So I feel like they're going to just make her have one kid, which will just make me be even more annoyed at part 5 and 6. Like, really? but it's fine, I guess. Whatever. Um, it still looks good. I like Sidney. Looks amazing. Good job, Sidney. Good job, Neve. I met Neve. I should do a video about meeting the cast of Scream. Um, but they look great. Gale looks great. I hope Chad and Mindy. I hope Mindy dies. I'm over Mindy. Like her character's annoying because it's like, oh, I get stabbed in the arm in part 5, and I'm on a stretcher, even though Gale got shot and Sidney got stabbed in the stomach. And it's like, oh, I get sliced in the arm in part 6, and I can't help out while my girlfriend's getting gutted because I have a slice in my arm. Like it's just like, really, girl. It's just strange that, and then she gets stabbed, and the killer saves her. Like, why did Ethan save her if he's the killer? It doesn't make any sense. What they should have had is her like on the ground holding her stomach, and then as she like looks at him for help, and he winks at her and exits the car as though like, yeah, his sister just did it or his dad just did it, and he just winks at her like, haha, bitch. That would have been better than him helping her. 'Cause why would he help her if he wanted her to die? Makes zero sense. Anyway, so that's mainly it. The besides that, it looks great. I know they at the very end. That's Stu's voice. This is gonna be fun, or whatever he says. That's Stu's voice at the very end. I'm guessing they're gonna like AI. The killer is gonna like send her like maybe AI videos of dead people just to mess with her, whether it be like all the killers, her mom, Dewey. I guess he's gonna send to Gale, like something. He's gonna do all that just to mess with her using like AI generated imagery based off their photos. Is my guess. I don't know, but anyway, did you guys enjoy my 7 motives of Scream 7? If you did, subscribe, follow for more Scream content. I have lots of Scream content already up from like movie goofs and stuff and previous reviews and that sort of thing, which I had my comments on review, just FYI. My Scream 6 review video, I had like my comments set to review only, and I forgot to go review them for like 2 years. So if you left a comment on one of my videos and it never got posted or it looks as though it got deleted, it's probably because I didn't approve it in time, because you have to do it in 30 days or 60 days, and I didn't look at it for over 2 years. So yeah, sorry if you commented and I never saw it and or it got deleted. Okay, I was in depression. You can hear all about that in my 57 video. It's a whole thing, but I'm back now and I'm happy. And yeah, so please subscribe for more Scream content. More movie goofs are coming. Lots of stuff. I have a ghost story coming. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say for today. Let me know which motive of mine was your favorite. What motives do you think would be good? And yeah, I think that's all I have to say today.